निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
You start?
Yes, sir.
Who knows the shloka?
Sir, today is 4.10 and 4.11, no, sir?
But you know, who knows the shloka?
Yes, sir.
You know the shloka?
Yes, sir, I know, sir.
Yeah, tell.
Vita raga bhaya krodha man maya mam upasrita bhavo jnana tapasa puta mad bhavam agata.
See, the shloka is so sweet. Vita raga bhaya krodha manamaya mam upashritaha bahavo jnana tapasa utamadbhavam agata. Okay? We chant like this. Okay. Now you know the. You can explain the shloka.
Yes, sir, I can explain, sir. Sir, I'll explain. Hare Krishna, sir.
Hey, explain.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Echo is coming there.
Oh, okay, sir. This is perfection of life. Mad bhavam. This is bhava. Oh, Krishna is so great. When one understands greatness of Krishna, how great he is, then our regard and reverence for Krishna increases. We are in the material nature of God, but we originally belong in the spiritual energy of the Lord. Example, we are like fish out of water. Therefore, intelligent person should be aware of the miserable conditions of this material existence and try to get out of it. We are Krishna's part and parcel, so we are Anandamaya. Our nature is to remain always jubilant in pleasure. But because we are in contact with material world, we are not jubilant. Krishna gives a solution to this problem. He says, Vitaraga, give up sense attachment. We have got one quality, fear. We are constantly in anxiety. We are accustomed to eating, sleeping, mating, defending. So to give it up, it is not possible suddenly. Example, just like a fan switch, just like a fan, when we switch it off, the fan still rotates for a while and then stops. It still has some force in it. So therefore, Krishna says, Api setsu duracharo bhajate mam ananda bhai sadhur eva sam mantava. Bhagavad Gita 9.30. If we take to Krishna consciousness, even due to our past habits, we are attached to all these things. Krishna says it doesn't matter, but you keep yourself engaged in Krishna consciousness. Yes, sir.
Says apichet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhag sadhureva samantavyaha. So they should properly chant. When you chant, no, chant them nicely. The beautiful shlokas. Okay, so Vita means to be free from. Free from what? Raga, Bhaya, and Krodha. Raga means attachment. We should be free. We are so much attached to the bodily concept, to our body, and Deha, Patra, Apatra, Kala, Adishu. All the things we are attached. Then Bhaya, we are very fearful. The Prabhupada says this fearfulness is coming in the purport because of our attachment to the impersonal concept. When we come to know about Krishna, we become fearful. Oh, I have to have form. There will be relations there. People are fearful of the personality of God. They just can't handle in their mind, poor mind, because they are so materialistic. Prabhupada says they can't handle. So they become fearful of the personal conception of the Lord. And Krodha because they read so many philosophies, they don't read from the standard sources. They read so many nonsense sources, so they get confused, and then Krodha. So the Prabhupada says, if you want to advance spiritual life, you have to be free from attachment to the material life. You have to be not fearful about spiritual advancement to personal concept, and you should stop getting frustrated with nonsense philosophies. Then Manamaya Mamupashitaha. In this way, you can take my shelter. And not only you, Bhavo Jnana Tapasa, so many people in the past, just like, experiment. Many people have done this experiment following the process. How? Bhuta Madhbhava Magata, being purified, and they attain the Krishna's nature. Means spiritual work they attain. So what is that we have to do? To get Bhuta Madhbhava, Jnana and Tapasya. We have to cultivate knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and we have to do some Tapasya. The beautiful shloka actually. Gita Raga Maya Krodha Manmaya Mam Pashara Bahavo Jnana Tapasa Bhuta Madhubham Mahaya. Okay, let us see if there is anything missed in the purport. This is the Vita Raga. Vita, we say correct, free from attachment, fear, and anger. Madhumaya, fully in me. Mam, fully situated. Bahava, many. Jnana, tapasa, penance. Bhuta means being purified. Madhbhava, transcend love for me. Yes, this is the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Hey Rohan, who all is there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You and Neeraj only?
Sumit, sir. Sir, me, Neeraj, and Sumit, sir.
Sumit can read this purport.
Yes, sir. As described above, it is very difficult for a person who is too materially affected to understand the personal nature of the supreme absolute truth. Generally, people who are attached to the bodily conception of life are so absorbed in materialism. That's
Is almost
that is almost impossible for them to understand that there is a transcendental body which is
perishable.
imperishable, full of knowledge and eternally blissful. In the materialistic concept, the body is perishable, full of ignorance, and completely miserable. Therefore, people in general keep this same bodily idea in mind when they are informed of personal form of the Lord. For such materialistic men, the form of the gigantic,
Gigantic
gigantic material manifestation
manifestation.
is supreme. Consequently, they consider the supreme to be impersonal. And because they are too materially absorbed, the conception of retaining the personality after liberation from matter frightens them. When they are informed that spiritual life is also individual and personal, they become afraid of becoming person again. And so they naturally prefer a kind of merging into impersonal void. Generally, they compare the living entities to the bubbles of the ocean, which merge into the ocean. That is the highest perfection of a spiritual existence, attainable without individual personality. This is a kind of fearful stage of life, devoid devoid of perfect knowledge of a spiritual existence. Furthermore, there are many persons who cannot understand a spiritual existence at all, being embarrassed by so many theory and by contradictions of various types of philosophical speculation. They become disgusted or angry and foolishly conclude that there is no attached and
Supreme
there
cause.
is no there is no supreme cause and that everything is ultimately void. Such people are in diseased condition of life. Some people are too materially attached and therefore do not give attention to spiritual life. Some of them want to merge into the supreme spiritual cause, and some of them disbelieve in everything, being angry at all sorts of spiritual speculation out of hopelessness. This last class of men take the shelter of some kind of intoxication, and their affective
Hallucination.
hallucination are sometimes accepted as spiritual vision. One has to get rid of all three stages of attachment to the material world: negligible of spiritual life, fear of spiritual personal identity, and the concept of void that underlie the frustration of life. To get free from these three stages of the material concept of life, one has to take complete shelter of Lord, guided by the bona fide spiritual master, and follow the discipline and
Right.
regulative principle of devotion life. The last stage of devotion life is called bhava and or transcendental love of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Let us see whether we have understood this. There are, Prabhupada says there are some people who are too materially attached, so they can't understand the absolute truth. Okay, and then he says that these people lead to the next thing. Because of the material attachment, they develop bhaya. Because when they are informed of the spiritual personality of God, they bring their bhaya there. Okay, because their life is body is perishable, full of ignorance. They look at this body. Oh, they don't know there is a transcendental body. When you know God has form, the form is itself known to them only as miserable. They are not aware that God has transcendental form. Okay, so there that is the bhaya comes to them. And then this is there because the conception of retaining personality after liberation frightens them. Okay, and they prefer a kind of merging into absolute void. And then because of by so many theories they hear anybody speaking anything, they become confused and frustrated. Therefore, we have to look for a parampara, look for authorized source to hear. And just like you want to learn engineering, you go to a proper place to learn. If you hear from the street, 1%, 2%, there'll be enough contradiction to mess you up completely. Okay. But if you go to the correct source, any registered college, you get the same knowledge. So any sampradaya, bona fide sampradaya, you get the same knowledge. Like you made ISKCON devotee in Mangalore, you made ISKCON devotee in Delhi or in England, you'll get the same knowledge. It's one authorized place. Otherwise, if you don't go to authorized place, then it's a mess. Then you get confused and disgusted and angry, and so Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. So Prabhupada is very nicely built because of these three things people cannot take to spiritual life. So what you should do, take guidance of a spiritual master and gradually come to the stage of Bhava, Vita Mad Bhava Magataha, reach that stage. And then the stages have been given. What are the stages? Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha. First thing is Shraddha. It's like your initial faith. Okay, Gita is very nice. Let me take benefit. So many people are taking shelter of Gita. Tata Sadhu Sangha. You look for a great Acharya, like you look for Srila Prabhupada. Ata Bhajane Kriya. We know what Prabhupada has ordered. You chant Hare Krishna like that. So that is called Bhajane Kriya. Tato Anartha Nivritti. When you follow the process from a bona fide Acharya, first thing, your heart should become purified. You not taste the bhava or ecstasy. First thing will happen is that you feel, so purifying it. Now I'm feeling cleaner, purer. Not 100% pure, at least you feel much purer and calm. That should occur if you are applying the process and you got a bona fide guru. Just like you got a proper doctor, your fever should be out. Fever is not out means something is wrong. Either you're not taking medicine or doctor is crazy. Then, because your mind is purified, that is within your perception, you see the effect immediately, you get nishtha. So nice. It's a so nice process. Then next, from that, now from sadhana bhakti, you're entering raganuga bhakti, you start feeling ruchi. So sweet. This chanting is so sweet. Then atash, tato asakti. After ruchi is asakti. Start developing affection for the Lord. And then is bhava. That is primary love for Lord. That the shloka is talking about. Then next is the final stage called prema, full love. Bhava is compared like sun.
Hare Krishna, sir. Hare Krishna, sir. Hare Krishna, sir. सर सर क्या हुआ? अबे मेरा तो आ रहा है, देख आ रहा है ना एकदम.
सर सेम प्रॉब्लम हुआ 530 kbps दे रहा. डोंट टेल एंड कॉल.
Hare Krishna, sir.
हरे कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा सर. हरे कृष्णा सर. सर मेरे साइड से तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ना.
एक्चुअली बारिश ही होगी बहुत ज्यादा.
नहीं, पर मेरा तो फुल आ रहा है, 500 kbps दे रहा है. देख मेरा कितना अच्छा स्पीड दे रहा है ना. हरे कृष्णा सर. हरे कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा सर. पहले म्यूट. No, sir, I cannot hear you from this part, sir. Like, only your profile photo is coming, sir. Nothing, sir. No voice, nothing. Mine is, sir, I'm getting around 500 kbps, sir. Very good speed, sir. Yes, sir. Then suddenly, sir, the this thing froze, sir. Then I saw, sir, I called out, sir. No one replied, so I came out and came in again 2 times, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. No, sir. Sir, no, sir. Your voice is not coming, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, it is, sir. Like your screen is blank, sir. I cannot see anything, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know the next Sloka, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I'll put it on speaker, sir. Sir, it's on speaker phone, sir. Uh, ये यथा मन प्रपद्यन्ते तं तथैव भजामि अहम् माम माम वर्तमान वर्तने मम्स्यान् पार्थे सर्वशः मनुष्य पार्थे सर्वशः.
By constitutional position, we are to follow a leader because we are literate. We are deluded to follow a leader which is not perfect. Therefore, our position is always unhappy in spite of following the leadership of concocted nature. The best thing will be to get rid of this concocted position and follow the supreme leader, Lord Krishna. That is the highest perfection. Following leadership without the Supreme Lord is following leadership by my lust. If a person agrees with the lust, we think that he is fit to become a leader. If the Supreme Lord is not like such, he is not going to follow our lust. Like we think some municipality leader, for example, you think the municipality, you choose a municipality leader because we want the road to be fixed. That is because so that I have comfort, not for the comfort of my city, for my comfort. But the Supreme Lord is not like such. He is not going to follow our lust. Sarva dharmana parityaja mam evam so praja ahatva sarvam padyevo moha sarishami me chuchau. 18.66 Bhagavad Gita. You give up everything. Just follow me. You just give up all your concocted things in the mind and just become Krishna consciousness. So it is also written, it is also ye yatham prabodhyante. It is also given in the sloka. He is waiting when we shall return, when we shall turn our face towards them. For any father, if the son goes wrong, how much they are anxious to get their son back. This is the natural instinct. And where we get this instinct from? This instinct comes from the Supreme, because in the Vedanta Sutra, everything, wherever we are finding in this, whatever we are finding in this material world or spiritual world, everything has come from the Supreme. Janmadi Ashrayata, Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.1. He is the Supreme Source, the fountain of everything. Krishna is waiting when we will turn our faces towards him so that he can save us. Somebody might ask, can we see God? Yes, you can see God, depending on how much you have surrendered. Example, For a normal common man to meet Narendra Modi, it is not possible. If you have a personal relation with him, then we can go and see. So, in relation, if you have a relationship with the Lord will reveal himself to us. Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so ye yatha means to the degree. You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Ye yatha mam prapadyante, to the degree you surrender. Tam sada bhajami. To that degree I reciprocate. Okay, so this is natural actually. So this is true in every field of life. Okay, and Prabhupada has given some examples. He says some people want Brahman conception, Krishna reciprocates. Somebody wants to understand Lord as Paramatma, Krishna reciprocates. But then there are some people who want to become a devotee and reach Krishna's lotus feet. So that also Krishna reciprocates. Depends. Okay, yea, all of them, yatha, as, ma, and to me, prapadyam to surrender. I evolve. And everybody follows Mama Vartmanam Vartmanam. Everybody is following Krishna. Because either you have to follow his internal energy and become devotee and enjoy, or you have to follow the external energy and be dragged by the senses. But either way, you are being dragged by Krishna. Let us see the purport and the main point was there. Prabhupada says, in other words, everyone is dependent. You came back?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So the point here is, in other words, everyone is dependent for success upon his mercy alone. And all kind of spiritual processes are but different degrees of success on the same path. So we do agree, if some people say there are many paths, no, there is one path. There are not many paths in spiritual life. But all paths are taking to a certain degree. Somebody may take you to nursery only, but somebody may take you to Vaikuntha. That's why most of the religions only talk about heaven. There is no idea of Vaikuntha. They take you to heaven only. The target is also on the way only. Okay, so as we advance, our process will take us to where it can. Akama sarvo kamo va. Just like we did in the previous shloka, no? Shraddha sadhu sangha bhajan kriya. So some process may only take you to one state, anartha nivritti. They can't take you further into ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. So any desire you have, therefore, akama, you have no desire. Sarva kama, you have all the desires. If you desire for moksha, you want to get liberated from the world. If you have udaradi, if you have sufficient intelligence, what you should do? Tivrena, with full enthusiasm, you should do bhakti. And worship Purusham Param, worship Krishna, Supreme Personality. Okay? So whether one is without desire, one is full of desire, any condition, we should take shelter of Krishna. Okay, so these are different reciprocations. Can you see the picture now?
Your voice is coming.
My voice is coming clear, no? No problem?
No, only voice.
Oh, why you're not able to see any picture, huh?
No, sir, only your profile.
Okay, I'm showing picture, it is being recorded.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so reciprocation is there. Okay, which are the features? Previous picture shows how it is Brahman and Paramatma and Bhagwan, three conceptions Krishna is awarding all. What you want, he will give you. You want Brahma Jyoti, he will give you. You want to realize Lord is Paramatma, he will give you. You want to play with him, he will give you. So it's choice what you want. Now these are the 5 kind of rasas you can have in the spiritual world. Can you see the picture now?
No, sir.
Okay. The 5 kind of rasas, I am showing nice paintings. You can't see. And what is missing is in this painting, one was Shanta and one was Masala. So out of the 5 rasas we have in the Lord, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, then Vasalya, then Madhurya. So all the 5 rasas we can have with the Lord. Whatever you want, Krishna will grant you. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki. Any questions are there?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It's clear. I can see you, but you can't see me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I cannot see.
See, you are having tilak, Neeraj is not having tilak, and your friend is not having tilak. I can see.
Yes.
You are wearing red t-shirt, Neeraj is wearing white t-shirt, he is wearing grey. I can see clearly. Chalo, done. Okay. Any no questions? Any clarifications? Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai, Jai, sir.